How's it going, Andrew Whipple?
It's going pretty well, Aaron. How are you?
I'm Batman.
You are Batman. Okay, we forgot to say spoilers, so we're going to have to just start this whole thing over.
Oh, man.
So you are playing Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight, the Anglo-Saxon version. You play as Bat Bjark.
Oh, it looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm a little jealous because you did finish this game.
Yep.
I'm still waiting for the PC version to get fixed, but I'm dabbling in it right now.
Do not hold your breath.
Expert
advice.
I am speaking right now.
Oh, it's so busted. It's so bad, too. How do you even...
I know. It's unfortunate. It really is.
Aside from the point. Let's go play some freaking Batman. So this isn't just playing.
Batman.
I'm just playing. I like how he just has this like really obnoxious bat signal for where you go. Like, man, I sure don't know where to go.
Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with Batman, I don't really... Wait, if you just fall into the water right now, what happens? Does he just shoot out?
Yeah, he just shoots out, just like in the previous games.
Gotcha.
And he's just like instantly nope and gets out.
But if you're unfamiliar with Batman, Rocksteady Studios, published by Warner Brother Games, these guys know how to make a good Batman game.
I thought you were going to start from the beginning.
Right?
So like, if you're unfamiliar with Batman, Bruce Wayne...
Bruce Wayne is actually Spider-Man.
All right, I'm gonna... There's a lot of cutscenes in this game.
I mean, it's a good example of just to showcase what Batman is. We are right in the beginning of the game because, I mean, I don't like spoilers for stuff like this at all.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the story in this game is probably the best it's been ever. It's... The past two games, it was just MacGuffin, hero, villain, go. There's actually a story to this one. And while not incredible, it's actually pretty good. Like, if this was actual comic, I would sit down and read this.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I'm really excited about. It's that you're not in a prison or a prison city anymore. You're in Gotham. Like, this is actually Gotham.
But they still find some weird excuse to evacuate the city. I would like to see Gotham inhabited by people, kind of like Grand Theft Auto 5, or even 4, where it feels like a living place.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, granted, it's pretty cool how they explain everything. Oh shoot, and we're about to get into the some of the brand new stuff featured in Arkham Knight, aren't we? I'm talking about the Batmobile, Aaron.
Yeah, basically, that's kind of one of the downsides of this game. I'll go deeper on the review that we're releasing. This is just a just plan. Just a just plan. Anyway.
I like the way that the Batmobile controls right now. Obviously, I haven't beaten the game like you, but it's pretty cool.
First, I need to investigate the compound.
So you can't actually get in it right now, so I lied.
So you have to open the doors. So this is a good example of a lot of this game just being, hey, find X reason to insert the Batmobile to solve all your problems.
Got it. Well, I mean, it really could. We could just drive the Batmobile in here and run over all those guys, electrify them, and be done with the game.
Also, some of those people you hit with that Batmobile, they gotta be dead. Batman's had to punch somebody with like a herniated disc or some sort of brain damage.
I'm pretty sure I ran over a couple dudes, and you hit them with such force, they have to break their neck or something like that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It has to.
I'm pretty sure Batman's killed someone.
And that immobilizer is just a straight-up missile.
Yeah, it is.
What if someone's in the back seat?
So, funny enough, all those vehicles down there, they kind of go out of their way to say, oh, there's no people in there, by the way.
Yeah, they're all unmanned vehicles.
They're like, oh, they're all drones, because, you know, that's a topic-y word.
Damn, this game looks good.
It looks great. Just like the rain textures. It looks so good. I wonder what it would look like
on the PC.
Oh,
man. Really? Aaron, can you level up for me?
So
let's see this.
That's one minor complaint I had about the game. Let's go spend some stuff.
Spend some Wayne points, Wayne tech.
Wayne dollars.
This is weird. This is really weird. It's a hexagonal, grid-based level up system.
So that game was mouthing all that off just for one Wayne point? Whatever. I just spent it.
Okay, you've got the super stun combo, the Stone Cold Stunner.
Yep, Stone Cold is Batman, actually.
I'm glad to see that they're never going to give up on this detective vision stuff. I like the moments where they put you in a scenario where there's lots of armed guards, so you can't physically just run in there and beat dudes all the way up.
That's arguably when this game is at its best.
Sure, but I feel like that for most of the Batman games. I also like it when they shift gears and they decide, all right, it's time for you just to beat up a ton of guys. Because the combat system is still fluid. It's never changed.
Yeah, but it's so good, and you know, games are just now getting around to imitating that too.
Sure. All right. So you just made a distraction. There is a body there. You can still do multi-takedowns, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if you have to spec into it. Like, it's hard because this is a fresh game for me, so I'll just come out and say I've already finished this game. I know we mentioned it earlier, but I'm kind of like in that wishy-washy territory of like I don't know what upgrades I have in this new game or.
You got so used to it. I know that there's the fear multi-takedown,
like, I would have
right?
totally just jumped down there and...
I know there's the fear multi-takedown because you had to get it to get the suit. So how do you get that to work?
So you only could do it from stealth.
Right,
so
it says fear though. What does fear mean up there?
Well, that's first assault or...
Oh, there it is. The fear multi-takedown.
I did it wrong. Wait, no, I did it right.
No, you did it right, baby.
And I just choke slam that dude.
That is what I was talking about.
The Undershaker.
It's like I knew it was going to happen.
Like, I could... Whatever.
He missed you. That's great.
There's another guy. One hostile, one armed.
You can drop a smoke pellet, and he's dead. Excellent.
Batman doesn't kill anyone, all right? He just causes them, like...
Severe trauma.
Severe trauma and, you know, brain hemorrhaging, you know, but not death. You can survive a brain hemorrhage.
Definitely not death, no.
Life is worth living post-Batman.
What I really love about navigation in games like this is just, not for the fact that you can just fly straight up, because you can't, but I like being able to go anywhere. And you can still do it quickly, but there's all these details and places that you can go if you just stop and take a minute to look.
Matter of fact, and I'll just pull up the wheel, because you don't even have to do the story progression stuff. You can go to, all this is locked out, so I have to do that.
You have to do it, yeah.
But that's because I'm mid-mission. So the way it handles the story missions, it kind of takes the mission and chops it up into like 5 small mini-missions. And I think it's just the way the game behaves. Someone saw me because it gave me the prompt to drop the smoke pellet.
Maybe it was from before. There's some more dudes, possibly.
Let me see, because you could use... Oh, I have to use that console thing.
I loved the navigation in Prototype, especially in Prototype 2.
Let's see if
and Batman does it right as well.
Yeah, and I never played Prototype 2, so my main game of comparing this to is Shadow of Mordor right now. And
really?
Yeah, just the one thing about Shadow of Mordor I really like is that there's actually just a touch of precision when you're navigating or you're jumping on platforms that this game does not have. I ran into a couple of sequences where it's like, I want to go through that window, and I press R1, and he bat hooks halfway across the city, and I'm like, okay, now I'm even further from where I wanted to go.
All right, so now you need to scan the waypoint here.
Oh yeah, I see it already. See, it literally just happened. I'm like, I want to go to that platform. All right, so now we got some
fight some dudes. Going on. Yeah, I love to tap the button to KO the thug. Multi-counter.
So one thing I absolutely love about this game is that it doesn't fully take away all your abilities from the last game. Oh, I thought I stunned him, but whatever. So it doesn't take away all your abilities, because it was kind of running into that one Metroid-y feeling where it's like, oh, okay, what Batman's going to have to do to get all his abilities this time. He starts off with a lot of his stuff, like you start off with the double counter. I remember that specifically being something you had to spec in. He starts off with the 8 multiplier takedown thing, like a lot of things that, you know, were just essentials in the game that everybody went for. They just unlocked it straight from the from the start.
That was a pretty sweet takedown.
I tried to catch one funny takedown I had because I hit R1, or pardon me, I hit the guy in the face, and then he just like clipped through the geometry and just went vertically up and never stopped going. And I wish I had that, but I tried to save the video, but the PS4 has this weird like 5-minute delayer thing.
This is perfect. I can release the bat scanner and search for the
The bat scanner. Who names his stuff? That's obviously him.
That was pretty cool. His mouth wasn't moving, so he was just saying it in his mind, but really saying it to you, the player.
Yeah, there's a lot of like internal monologuing going on. So there's a lot of sequences like this where you're like,
it just runs so smooth.
detective stuff. A lot of this stuff, you will see it once and never again. Like right now, the remote is gyrating whenever I'm hovering over a sound source, and I can just hold X to scan the area.
Yeah, when I was going through tutorials and such, I always like to take my time with this kind of thing. There's a lot that they throw at you. I don't remember the other Batman games like Asylum and City. I never got to play Origins, peppering you with that stuff a lot. They did a great job with it, but in this game I feel like they're throwing a ton of stuff at you at first. Hey, look, there is so much that this game has to offer. We want you to just absorb all of it.
One thing I like about this game is that wheel system I showed earlier.
Yeah.
It keeps everything organized. I personally don't go for the side stuff. I might try it.
Well, the side stuff has to be good in order for you to want to go for it.
But you have to find out about it first, and side stuff is, in my opinion, infamously not good. Except for Infamous.
Except for Infamous.
Actually, Infamous, I'm not joking. That game had some really good side stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Infamous has always had pretty good side junk. So you got to get in there, but what, are they armed?
They might have a hostage or something like that. I'm not paying too much attention to what's going on, but I could find some creative way in there. And that's one of the cool things about this game. You can always find some crazy creative way in there, so I could just go...
Looks like they just have bats. Bats to combat the bat. And I just said bat way too much.
Or not enough.
Yeah. Oh, and he got you again.
Yeah. So I tried to stun him, but I stunned the wrong guy.
Can you actually stun the charging people?
Yes.
The prompt comes up to... Oh, man, those hints.
Yeah, I'm sure you could disable the hints, but I'm too lazy to do that.
Yeah. I believe that I did just get the upgrade to where as soon as you punch somebody, if you tap it again, it's that critical strike.
Oh, yeah, that guy's dead. Oh, no, Batman, you couldn't save him.
Oracle, they've killed one of the workers.
Damn it. We've got to stop them.
So could you have prevented that?
No, it's scripted.
Okay. So this isn't one of those games where they say, hey, if you stop X amount of workers, you get the good ending.
They'll pay for this.
Yeah, it's not Dishonored. Just like,
all right.
You kill enough rats.
Well, that's good news. All right. There's the main gate.
And guess what that does?
Brings in the Batmobile.
Gates open. Time to bring
The cool thing is you have like this Bat app that you can control the car with.
The Bat app. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, that
jumped the gun on that one. Because you can pull up an entire pavement.
You can. You have to admit that's pretty creative.
It is, but it kind of gets a little repetitive.
Into this area before I
So the 60mm cannon, that is some firepower, Aaron.
Yeah, for killing dudes, because that's totally what Batman's all about.
There it is.
So you've gotten into any of these weird combat sequences in the car?
Oh, only a couple.
All right, so I think it's fun. You could get headshots on the car.
It is pretty cool.
So if you shoot them in like the turret region like that, then they just die.
Right, so you got a missile barrage level 2.
I don't even care.
Just tap square, man.
Tap, tap. I'll just throw them all at this one guy. A lot of this game is just using the Batmobile. That's one of the main criticisms I have of it so far. It's all just Batmobile based. And
oh look, you can eject into glide now.
All right, yeah, I remember I was telling you like earlier while you were just playing that you could do that.
Mm-hmm. But remember, I didn't actually get the prompts for it. I was in super tutorial mode.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's some. Well, duh, the cursor's telling me where to go, and it's right in my face. That's kind of one issue I had with this game, where the cursor kind of bleeds into the, oh no!
Yes, sometimes it really does.
Like,
but I think that, I'm just glad that navigation-wise, it's still super easy to see where you need to go. I think it's great. Without the navigational stuff, especially in the Batmobile, you would be lost forever.
Oh yeah.
Forever.
There's a lot of dudes with guns here.
So what else do we want to show off, Aaron?
That's it. I mean, it's really not much. We're locked in a story sequence, so just watch me play this section of the story again as I try to figure out how to get the Batmobile over there, which is the majority of this game. But I still love this game. It's
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. I'm going to spoil the review now.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And
there's-
I'll have definitely gotten more game time in there for our review.
You
And
see this kind of Half-Life 2-ish puzzle I'm doing right now?
yeah, do you remember when Half-Life 2
There's
did it and it was
a-
ahead of its time?
A lot of this in this game. A lot of, like, how do I get the Batmobile over there? Surely this floating ramp.
Tell me that there's a boss that you only fight in the Batmobile.
There is a boss you fight only in the Batmobile.
Of course.
I got to give you the cold hard facts.
That's right. Oh, man. Let's get up there with the Batmobile.
First, I got to use the Bat app to get to the Batmobile.
Oh, there's too many things that say Bat.
Oh yeah, you got to use it to get up first. See, I'm like ahead of myself. Fortunately, you can go back and forth between the Batmobile really fast.
Yeah, that's actually kind of awesome.
It is. So there's the Batmobile. I need to get it up here.
I hope just in some decent amount of time we'll get to play the PC version. Have you played the PC version of Arkham Asylum or City?
I played a little. I played like maybe 20 minutes of Origins. I don't know that's neither of the two things you mentioned, but it ran well.
Those games
Into this area.
look incredible on the PC, and they have enhanced like physics and other graphical properties that the console versions don't have. It's kind of weird. I remember in Arkham Asylum when I was playing it on the Xbox 360, you'd go into some rooms with tons of paper and you'd see them fly around just like a little bit. But if you play in the PC version, it enables like some super physics thing, like realism. And you just go into those rooms when you're fighting guys, and there is paper just flying around everywhere, and it looks awesome. I know that seems like a real petty example, but there is a big difference with the fidelity of that game.
Oh yeah. And this game, as of right now, as of this recording, still not functional. Speaking of not functioning, I am not functioning as a Batman right now.
Let's do it up.
I need to get the car into
I know, like, Jesus, Kevin Conroy. I want to know what else Kevin Conroy does with his life when there's not like a Batman project.
He's dreaming about Batman, or making Batman cakes, or pancakes. I don't know. Maybe
Oh, he jumped in the car, and then I wish there was a button to cancel that because I do this a lot.
what's that? Oh, just to
Accidentally.
just to grapple. Yeah. Let's get a little bit further here, and I think that we can call it. Let's
This
shoot
tank
up
combat,
these dudes.
There's a lot of it in this game, like a lot of it.
Obviously, I've just been introduced to it, but I'm having a pretty good time with it.
Yeah, and Whipple will sink his teeth more into it, and then we'll have a review upcoming soon. I already
yeah.
finished it. I might want to dabble in the side stuff a little bit. Go get me like maybe 2 Riddler trophies or however many before I give up.
Yeah, how do you like the Riddler stuff?
I thought, so I pursued it in Arkham Asylum. Arkham City kind of oversaturated me on it just because there was just so many. It was overwhelming.
Okay.
So I wanted no part of it. This game kind of has as many as Arkham City, so I'm getting that same feeling of burnout from it. And the fact that the city's so huge and there's so many,
Daunting.
it is an incredible task to take on that I have very little interest in pursuing.
I got it, yeah. You and I feel the same way when it comes to collectibles for the most part. Let's get through here. And you just refuse to level up. 'Cause I guess
So
it's-
here's the thing. So I'm going to get into this real quick, and I'll cover this in the review as well. You have one Wayne point. There is stuff that costs 6, 8, 4. I like to hold on to my points. When you do this to me, I get conservative. And when I get conservative, it's like, well, I don't want the small, crappy 1-point upgrade. I want the 4-point upgrade. And I
Sure.
save all my bat points. I could probably spend it on not getting shot or disarming people with the grapple. I actually probably used this ability like twice the whole game, the grapple takedown.
Yeah, I'm sure. I looked at stuff like that and just said, nah, it's really not that
Yeah, there's a
important.
lot of super situational things in there. But it pesters you about spending your points when there's things that cost several points that you have to save up for. So I'm trying to figure out which one of these waypoints to go to. I'm gonna go to.
Well, we really don't have to worry about that much. I think we've shown just enough about this game right now. Combat, the Batmobile, the incredible visuals, just moving around the city. It's Batman.
It's Batman.
It is. Let's sail off into the sunset or the dark dungeon.
Oh, he just did like a Star Fox. He turned around. And I didn't even know he could do that.
All range mode.
Ha! Well, beat that one, Batman. What you gonna do about this?
All right.
You got nothing.